Hi everyone and welcome to my unboxing video. Soul Hackers 2 25th anniversary edition. Sounds so crazy idea to call second game in the series as a 25th anniversary edition, but I suppose that's true. First game, Devil Summoner Soul Hackers was released 25 years ago on Sega Saturn. So yeah, I suppose it is correct to call this the 25th anniversary of the Soul Hackers series. And if you're not familiar at all with Soul Hackers, it's, to put it simply, Shin Megami Tensei but with more sci-fi theme. Also the mascot character, Jack Frost, is here more as a sci-fi themed version of, I believe the character's name was, Aiho-kun, so not Jack Frost. I might accidentally call him Jack Frost at some point, but yeah, quite nice looking box. Fits to the whole sci-fi theme. Opens from the side here, apparently. So a lot of black and yellow. So here's the probably most interesting item in this 25th anniversary edition. The figure of Aiho-kun. Let's leave that for later. And here's also DLC for Aiho-kun, which sounds a little bit weird, to be honest, because why isn't the mascot character in the game already? Why you need DLC for it? And another DLC is made outfit for the main character. Any info of the expire date on this code? Unfortunately, I don't see any, so can't say. And here's rest of the items in here. So Soul Hackers 25th anniversary music album. I believe there's like 3 CDs with like about 30 tracks in total. So I wonder if it includes also songs from previous game, since it's called 25th anniversary music album instead of simply Soul Hackers 2 music album. And same goes with this art book. I believe it was also called Soul Hackers 25th anniversary book. Seems interesting with a little sneak peek. And here's the game itself with also some DLC code in here. I believe the first print extra DLC is for Persona 5 costumes and background music. So you can have some Persona 5 music in the background. So where do we start? I suppose let's start with the figure. At least I find it most interesting. I do like figures. Oh, more tapes on the sides. Almost broke the box already by not being careful. rest of the tapes off as well. Okay, I think that's enough. So there's the figure itself and also a nice looking stand for it. So seems easy enough to assemble, can't go wrong here because it goes only one way, but okay, here's a little problem. The holes and sticks are not aligned. That's annoying. Am I doing this wrong? I mean, you can't do this wrong, but still I can't. Okay, there we go. Had to little bit widen the legs. I hope that doesn't break anything in long run. But yeah, both the stand and the figure itself are great looking. Now I wish I had also the Jack Frost similar figure. This would look great together with Jack Frost figure. But yeah, still great alone as well. So yeah, nice figure. And next, I suppose let's take a quick look inside the music album box. Oh, it did have this little wrapping. Take the off. Didn't notice that. Anyway, so here's the 25th anniversary music album. I do like this design, but maybe there's a little bit too much of this empty black and yellow design on the box and also the music album case. Okay, so disc 1, disc 2 and disc 3. So yeah, I was correct. 3 discs. Is there any mention about the songs in those? I suppose that must be here. Not song list. That seems weird. Simply credits for the composers and artists performing on those songs. That seems weird. Why there isn't track list anywhere? Weird. But I believe I read on the box that there's about 30 tracks in total. And next, I suppose let's go through the book. So I suppose this might take a moment, so should we take a look in the game box first and leave the book at the end? Well, let's leave the game box at the end and go through the book now. So yeah, Soul Hackers 25th anniversary book. Nice thick pages, feels great. So index, about 100 pages. So history. Seems like there's been happening a lot more than simply having the first game released 25 years ago. Okay, there's the Devil Summoner. Oh, that's the PlayStation release. The Sega Saturn release was... yeah, there's the Sega Saturn release. Two different versions of the Saturn came, and a couple years later the PS1 release, and I believe the there's the Nintendo 3DS version as well. So yeah, kind of nice look into the history of the series. Well, I suppose it was more look at the whole Devil Summoner series instead of just focusing the Soul Hacker spin-off series. How should we say this? A lot of text. I'll have so much fun going through and translating this. So there's been PSP game in Devil Summoner series as well. I must say I'm not very familiar with whole Devil Summoner series, even though I have played at least some Shin Megami Tensei games here and there. I've completely missed the Devil Summoner games. So here's the Soul Hackers. So okay, I suppose this makes me wonder if there's also songs from other Devil Summoner games in that music album. Now I'm even more excited about that album. And more annoyed that there wasn't track list there. How do they miss that? So Soul Hackers Nintendo 3DS version. I guess the 3DS version was the first time to see the Soul Hackers in English, at least officially. I guess there might have been some fan translations before that. Also some visual story of the first Soul Hackers. I was wondering the Nemissa that the story is about is a person or something. Maybe a person in the first game. Just here. Okay, I'm so surprised by this book. I was never expecting there to be something like this short stories in here of the previous Soul Hacker game. Oh, and now to this game, Soul Hackers 2. So, release date and the platforms. Oh, and Ring was the main character's name. Already forgot that. Nice to have a Shin Megami Tensei game with female main character. Of course, the best option is when you have freedom to choose. But of course, that limits a little bit of the storytelling of the character's personality if you can customize the character. And some interview of the developing of the Soul Hackers 2. So director and producer, and also another director and producer of the game. And actually quite long interview. I am so excited about this book. Wow. This might take quite a long time to read through this entire book. Because of course my Japanese isn't amazing, but I should be fine and learning more as I translate through this. So now some concept artwork of designing the game. A lot of these like notes in here as well about the development. I don't remember seeing often like this in detail notes. Of course, the text is so small that it's almost impossible to see all the notes here. So gameplay designs. Is there even like different phases of like gameplay design, UI and so on? Wow. Yeah, it's a little bit shame how small the book is because yeah, these notes are way too small. also these, what was the correct term for this? Design panels when you are planning the cutscenes. Okay, now character artwork. It's so refreshing to not have the entire book about character artwork. Now it seems like it must be a very small segment at the end here. Wow. Concept art for the environments as well here. I do like the design of the game's world. This whole sci-fi theme. Atlas creative producer and game director Hasino Katsura. His notes as well. He worked on Nocturne, Persona 3, 4 and 5. So not the director of this game, but still working at Atlus. And yeah, there's a lot of these notes from different developers at Atlus and who has worked on different Shin Megami Tensei games. I do love that photo, seeing the retro games like there. And more of this like history of the different older games. Your art is like oh, these are like from guidebooks or something of the different games. Yeah. Seems that way. And more lists of the different games. Oh, no, these are not games, these are more like comics and other products of different Devil Summoner games, like other products like comics and so on that have been released during these 25 years. Wow. This book surprised me so much, I simply love it. Wow. that might be one of my favorite limited edition like these books that I've seen in so long time. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm almost in tears in here. Soul Hackers 2. Gamebox. Oh, I think I accidentally sewed the code in here. And yeah, here's the code for Persona 5 collaboration. So costumes and background music. And no expiration date on this either. And disc. At least some not black and yellow design on the disc. And a little bit of artwork behind the disc as well. So yeah, that's the 25th anniversary edition of Soul Hackers 2. I'm very glad with this edition because of the book. It surprised me so much. I simply love it. It's amazing with all the history look through the entire Devil Summoner series. And I do like the figure as well. And I can't wait to find out what songs there is in that music album. That's the only problem with this edition that I have. Why there's no tracklist on the music album. But yeah, everything else I simply love. Thanks for watching and bye.